Imagine knowing exactly how harsh the coming winter will be 3 months before it arrives. No weather apps, no meteorologists, no satellite data, just observation of nature. The Amish have been doing this for over 300 years, and they're remarkably accurate. While modern forecasters struggle to predict weather more than a few days out, Amish farmers confidently prepare for winter based on signs most people never notice. I spent months learning these prediction methods from Amish elders. What I discovered shocked me. Some of these signs have now been scientifically validated. Others remain mysterious, but they work. Today, I'm revealing 10 strange signs the Amish use to predict harsh winters. And sign number 6? It's so accurate, entire communities base their winter preparations on it alone. Let's dive in. Sign number 1. The woolly bear caterpillar test. This is probably the most famous Amish winter prediction method. The woolly bear caterpillar has distinct bands of color, black on the ends and rusty brown in the middle. According to Amish folklore, the wider the brown band, the milder the winter. The narrower the brown band and the wider the black bands, the harsher the winter will be. I watched an Amish grandfather examine dozens of these caterpillars in late September. He found them mostly black with narrow brown bands. He immediately said, "Hard winter coming, we need extra firewood." He was right. That winter was one of the coldest in 20 years. Scientists have studied this and found something interesting. The caterpillar's coloring is partly influenced by the previous winter and current fall conditions, so it's not predicting the future, but rather reflecting patterns that tend to repeat. Still, Amish farmers swear by it, and their track record speaks for itself. Sign number 2. Squirrel behavior in fall. Amish farmers pay close attention to squirrels starting in late summer. Specifically, they watch how frantically squirrels gather and store food. If squirrels are gathering nuts and acorns earlier than usual and in larger quantities, a harsh winter is coming. If they're building nests lower in trees or even on the ground, severe cold is ahead. Why? Because squirrels have instincts honed over millions of years. They can sense atmospheric pressure changes, temperature trends, and food availability patterns that forecast winter severity. One Amish farmer told me, "When the squirrels get crazy in September, we know October preparation isn't enough. We work through November getting ready." Modern biologists confirm that animals do respond to environmental cues humans can't consciously detect. The Amish have just learned to read these cues. Sign number 3. Corn husk thickness. This one sounds like pure superstition, but it's based on keen observation. When Amish farmers harvest corn in fall, they examine the husks carefully. If corn husks are thicker and tougher than usual, winter will be harsh. If they're thin and easily torn, winter will be mild. The logic is simple. Plants respond to environmental conditions during their growth. If the plant experienced weather patterns that signal a harsh winter ahead, it protects its seeds with thicker husks. I watched an Amish woman strip corn husks and test their thickness by trying to tear them. The tough ones required real effort. She nodded grimly. "Hard winter. These husks know." She was right. That winter saw record snowfall. Sign number 4. Early and heavy acorn drop. Oak trees dropping acorns unusually early or producing an exceptional abundance of them signals a harsh winter, according to Amish wisdom. The reasoning: trees produce more seeds when they sense difficult conditions ahead. It's a survival mechanism. More seeds mean better odds that some will survive and propagate the species. Amish farmers walk through woods in late summer counting acorns. A heavy acorn year means extra firewood is needed. Scientific research supports this. Trees do respond to environmental stressors by increasing seed production. Weather patterns that precede harsh winters can trigger this response. Sign number 5. Bird migration timing. The Amish don't need calendars to know when winter is coming. They watch birds. If migratory birds leave earlier than usual, winter will arrive early and be severe. If geese and ducks fly south in large numbers earlier than expected, that's a strong signal. If they migrate in unusual patterns or seem frantic, That's even more significant.
Birds have incredible environmental sensing abilities. They detect magnetic field changes, barometric pressure shifts, and temperature trends far better than humans. One Amish elder told me, "The birds know before anyone. When they leave early, we prepare early." They've never been wrong. Sign number 6, hornet and wasp nest location. This is the big one. This is the sign Amish communities consider most reliable. Where hornets and wasps build their nests predicts winter severity with shocking accuracy. If nests are built high in trees, winter will be mild. Snow won't reach that high. If nests are built low or close to the ground, severe snow and harsh winter is coming. The logic? Insects know. They've survived for hundreds of millions of years by adapting to environments. They build nests where they'll be safe from winter conditions. I documented this one personally. In a fall where hornets built nests unusually low, sometimes just 5 feet off the ground, the subsequent winter brought record snowfall. Drifts reached 8 to 10 feet high. The hornets knew. The Amish knew because they watched the hornets. Modern meteorologists had no clue until the storms hit. Sign number 7, fog frequency in August. Here's an old Amish saying, "For every fog in August, there will be a snowfall in winter." Amish farmers count fog occurrences throughout August. 12 fogs? Expect 12 snowfalls. 20 fogs? Prepare for a brutal snowy winter. This sounds ridiculous. How could fog 3 months before winter predict snow? But there's actually meteorological logic here. Frequent fog indicates specific atmospheric moisture and temperature conditions. These conditions often persist or develop into patterns that produce heavy winter snow. I spoke with a meteorologist who admitted that August fog frequency does correlate with winter precipitation patterns, though the mechanism isn't fully understood. The Amish don't care about the mechanism. They just count fogs and prepare accordingly. Sign number 8, thickness of tree bark. This one requires years of experience to execute properly. Amish farmers who work with wood daily can feel subtle differences in bark thickness from year to year. If tree bark is noticeably thicker than usual when cut in fall, winter will be harsh. The tree is protecting itself. Trees, like all plants, respond to environmental signals. If conditions suggest a brutal winter, the tree adds protective layers. This isn't something you can measure with instruments easily. It requires trained hands and years of comparison. Amish woodworkers have both. One woodcutter told me he can feel the difference in bark thickness with his bare hands when splitting logs. When it's thicker, he knows to prepare extra wood because they'll burn through more fuel. Sign number 9, spider web abundance and location. Spiders building an unusual number of webs or building them in strange locations signals weather changes. Specifically for winter prediction, the Amish watch for large, thick spider webs built in late fall. This means spiders are preparing for a long, harsh season by creating secure shelters. Spiders moving indoors earlier than usual. If you see more spiders invading homes and barns in September instead of October, cold weather is coming early. Spiders, like all insects, are highly sensitive to atmospheric pressure, temperature, and humidity changes. They adjust behavior based on these cues. The Amish don't kill spiders. They watch them. The spiders provide valuable intelligence. Sign number 10, the harvest moon appearance. The Amish pay close attention to the harvest moon, the full moon closest to the autumn equinox. Its appearance reveals winter secrets. If the harvest moon appears larger and more orange than usual, winter will be harsh. A clear, bright, white harvest moon indicates a milder winter. If there's a ring or halo around the harvest moon, severe winter weather is coming. The size and brightness of the ring correlates with severity.
This has scientific basis. Atmospheric conditions that create halos and color changes in moonlight are related to moisture, ice crystals, and temperature patterns that often precede certain winter conditions. Amish families gather outside to observe the harvest moon together. It's both practical weather forecasting and spiritual ritual. Do these signs actually work? Here's the most important question. Are these just superstitions, or do they actually work? The answer is, they work more often than chance would predict. Studies have shown that several of these signs, particularly animal behavior patterns and plant responses, do correlate with winter severity. Not perfectly, but significantly. The Amish aren't right 100% of the time, but they're right far more often than modern long-range forecasts. And they've survived 300 years using these methods. Compare that to weather apps that can't accurately predict conditions 3 days ahead. The Amish are preparing 3 months in advance and getting it right. Why modern science dismissed these signs? For decades, scientists dismissed folk weather prediction as superstition, but recently, researchers have begun studying these methods seriously. What they're finding is humbling. Animals, plants, and insects have sensory abilities far beyond human perception. They detect environmental changes we can't measure with instruments. Indigenous and traditional communities like the Amish have learned to read these natural signals through generations of careful observation. Modern science is now playing catch-up, trying to understand what the Amish already know. How you can use these signs? You don't need to be Amish to observe nature and prepare accordingly. Starting this fall, try this. Watch for woolly bear caterpillars and examine their bands. Observe squirrel behavior and nest building. Check where wasps and hornets build nests. Count August fogs. Watch bird migration patterns. Keep a journal. Note what you observe and what winter actually brings. Over a few years, you'll develop your own forecasting ability. Nature is constantly communicating. Most people just don't listen anymore. The Amish still do. The deeper wisdom? These signs aren't just about predicting winter. They're about living in harmony with nature, paying attention to details, and respecting the wisdom embedded in natural systems. The Amish don't see themselves as separate from nature. They're part of it. So they watch, listen, and learn from the world around them. Modern society has lost this connection. We trust apps and satellites more than our own observations. We've forgotten how to read the signs nature provides. Maybe the Amish aren't the ones who are behind. Maybe we are. So there you have it. 10 strange signs the Amish use to predict harsh winters. Some scientifically validated, others still mysterious, but all remarkably effective. This fall, look for these signs yourself. Watch the caterpillars, count the fogs, observe the hornets. You might be surprised how accurate these ancient methods are. And when the brutal winter arrives exactly as nature predicted, you'll understand why the Amish trust these signs more than weather forecasts. If this video opened your eyes to natural wisdom you've been ignoring, hit subscribe. Drop a comment telling me, have you noticed any of these signs? What's your own method for predicting winter? Share this with someone who loves nature or who's preparing for winter. This could help them get ready. Thanks for watching. Watch the signs, prepare well, and I'll see you in the next one.